everybody of Hardcore today. I am answering your burning marketing questions. Your burning marketing questions. If you have a question, pop it into the chat. Raise your hand if you're joining us via Zoom, and I will get to that. Before I jump into those burning marketing questions, I just want to say one thing and one thing only. Who is coming to Zone? Right? Zone in the chat. Zone, right? Zone in the chat. Esteban, you're coming to Zone. Awesome. Dr. Holly, Sophia, I believe it's Cedra, Pat, Candice, Ariana, Lorena, Selena, Jenna, Jasmine, Celeste. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, if you are coming to Zone, this is for you. If you are not coming to Zone, this is also for you. All right, you are responsible for the wealth in your neighborhood. You are responsible for the wealth in your neighborhood. You are responsible for the wealth in your neighborhood. You have to develop entrepreneurs, including yourself, so that way you guys create, and gals create, so much reliable overflow that you can give to the causes in the world that need us, right? So let's create a movement around this. If you're coming to Zone, amazing. I'll see you there. It's going to be phenomenal. Just imagine what we can do in a live room for 3 days. And then think about what we're doing here on social. Think about what we're doing here on Zoom. The power and the proximity of that room is going to be off the charts. We are closing down. Zone. We're at 92% of the room that's filled. We're going to be closing down that room like in, I think, 7 days, 8 days. So if you do not have a seat for Zone, you need to have a seat for Zone. You can click that link and grab your seat for Zone. If you have a seat for Zone, my question to you is, how many people have you sent the Zone link to? Write in the chat. If it's 0, write 0. If it's 1, write 1. If it's 5, write 5. How many people have you said, hey, I'm coming to this event. It's 3 days in Austin, Texas, November 28th, 29th, and 30th. It's a 3-day entrepreneurial marketing and sales online, marketing and sales for your marketing and sales online strategy event. Millions and millions and millions have been created inside of this company with Shanda, with Hardcore, with clients. And I don't know what your goal is. If it's to make $1 million in a year, $1 million in a week, $1 million in a day, I can't guarantee that you're going to make a penny. But what I can guarantee you is that when you are surrounded by other people, when you are held accountable by other people, you all will grow. So if you are coming to Zone and you have not sent the Zone link out to anybody, I am going to ask you to do so. Let's rise the wealth in our neighborhoods, in our families, in our friends, in our network. For those people that are out there, they need to hear this from you. If they hear it from me, if they hear it from Shanda, it's one thing. But when they hear it from you, it's completely different. At Zone, we are going to craft a freedom funnel. So then that way, next year, your income, your freedom, and everything that you want is going to happen. At the start of next year, we're going to focus specifically on traffic. How do we get more traffic into this freedom funnel to create more income, to give you even more freedom? If you are not coming to Zone, claim your seat. I'll see you there. It's 3 days, November 28th, 29th, 30th, Austin, Texas. If you are coming and you haven't invited anybody, what's stopping you? Let me just tell you this. I've never been to an event where I've seen quote unquote competitors and thought, oh, like I shouldn't go to this event, like, or I shouldn't tell people about this event because, you know, they're my competitor or they're going to take my money away from me. That's poverty mindset. All right. Let's create the wealth in our neighborhoods, in our families, and our friends. Let's get those people to Zone. Let's get you to Zone. If you have not already booked your hotel, the hotel, I believe, is 88% filled. 88% filled. Next week, the price is going to double for the hotel. Double for the hotel. If you're on the fence, if you don't, I'm trying to figure out my roommate situation, whatnot, go book your hotel today. then email us at clientcare@hardcore business. We have a thread of people looking for roommates. We will help pair you up with a roommate that you agree to. Don't worry, we're not just going to throw random people into your room. And we will make sure that that you're good to go. You can book your hotel now, get your roommate. You guys work out whatever scenario you want to work at, and we'll see you at Zone. All right, let's jump into it. I keep saying we're. I am answering your marketing questions. Jenna, don't laugh at me, please. I'm answering your marketing questions, and Jenna, I will bring you up first.
Hello. So when
Hello.
you have more than one ideal client, how do you do your marketing calendar so it's not like confusing and looks all over the place?
That's a great question. So it is okay to have more than what I would call an ideal client avatar. What I like to do is I like to name them. Like I like to give them some, not necessarily silly name, but I like to give them a specific name. So me, whoever's working with me, they know, okay, that's for this person, right? That's for this audience. So what I would do if you have more than one, first off, let me ask you, how many do you think you have?
3.
Perfect. No more than 3 is what I was going to say. No more than 3. And when you're planning out your calendar, what you need to do is the exact same thing for all 3. All right. On X days, we're doing this. On X months, we're doing this. I like to give themes, and this is why we do this in Shand On Demand. We give a theme for the month. So then that way I can rally around this theme, not only for any trainings that I'm doing, but also our emails, our social, even the way that we present our offer is centered around this theme. So the most important thing to know when it comes to planning out a marketing calendar for 1, 2, 3 ideal client avatars is each one of them needs to be planned out. You need to make sure that your email lists are segmented based off of these avatars, right? So I don't want John, who is in X industry that I'm focusing, to get the same message as Sally, who's in Y industry. So it's okay to have 3. To answer your specific question, everything is plural today. To answer your specific questions, you just need to make sure that you map them out in 3 separate, let's call them funnels. Now, when you're coming to Zone event, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So we're going to go over those steps on, okay, what gets plugged in here, what gets plugged in here, what gets plugged in here, what emails should be sent if they do something, if they don't do something. All you have to do is take that, do it one time, clone it, right? So take the emails and make a copy of them. And then you're gonna tweak some specific words. You're gonna tweak things based off of what results this audience is looking for versus this one. What problems this audience has versus this one. Does that answer your question?
Almost, yes. It's okay. So is it okay to do like 3 specific days a week? I talk about weddings and honeymoons. And of the other 4 days a week, I always talk about like luxury adventure travel.
So I don't like getting into a specific on X day I'm talking about this, because then your audience is accustomed to, oh, today she's talking about this, right? And that's not for me. Look at your numbers, right? So I would say commit in January or commit in November if you're starting right now to that schedule. And then I would encourage you to go look at the numbers. Okay, I'm getting 60% of people in this audience opening things, clicking things, and I'm getting 10% of this one doing it. Well, I would tell you go lean more on the people that are doing things, the ones that are actually bringing in the income, as opposed to the ones that are still ideal but not there. So I would encourage you to do that for a month. Look at the stats, what's working, what's not working, and then pivot. But I would not commit to every Monday I'm mailing to this audience, every Tuesday I'm doing it to this, every Wednesday I'm doing it to this. And if you would have looked at the stats and it shows that the people that were on your Monday emails are actually where your money comes from, well, I'd focus more on them.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Jasmine.
Hello?
We can hear you now.
Okay, great. So I committed to hosting my first summit in on November 1st or in November because I'm celebrating my 21 years
Wait,
in
let me
practice.
stop you there.
Yeah.
On November 1st or in November? What day is it?
On November 1st for 21
Awesome.
days.
Perfect.
Okay. So I've been organizing speakers, and I've been going back and forth as far as like my theme or how to go with it between focusing on just health or focusing on what I called my 5 pillars of pure wellness.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. You there. I understand the question. I'm going to help you out. So what I want you to do is I'm going to give you the opportunity. You're going to say topic 1 is this and give your elevator speech for what that is. Topic 2 is this, give your elevator talk for this. And everybody that's in the chat, tell me which one you think that she should go with and which one resonates with you. If one is confusing, not confusing, whatever your thoughts are, let's just get the feedback from this group. And I'm assuming that's going to help you, correct?
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you my insight as well. Don't worry. All right. So topic number 1, your elevator speech is what?
Okay. Topic number 1 is for 21 years, I've been in private practice. I'm grateful to celebrate 21 years, and I'm bringing you 21 experts on how to bring wellness home for the holidays. So
awesome. Topic number 2 is?
Number 2 is I've been in practice for 21 years, and now I'm celebrating and helping you bring wellness home for the holidays. And we have a 5-tier way of explaining wellness. We have a new way of developing wellness. Wellness has a lot more to do than health. So I'm bringing you experts in health, wealth, personal development, relationships, and spirit, and bringing it together for the holidays in this 3 weeks.
Everybody answered number 1 or number 2. And if you put a number, say why. Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or 2 and why? So I see 1 first, topic 1, 2, 1. 1, 2 was too long. 1, short and simple. 1, clear. 1, clear and simple. 1, it's more focused, to the point, clear and precise, easy to understand.
Thank you.
I would recommend number 1 just based off hearing it from you, right? So number 1 was straight to the point. I know what it is. Bam. Number 2 started with the exact same thing, and then it got confusing. Then it's going to be 21 years, 21 experts, and then we're going to go over 5 things, and those 5. Like 1 was perfect.
Awesome. And I was going to sorry.
Go ahead.
And then just because I like playing with numbers, I was going to give a bonus day 22, and it's the day before Thanksgiving, but it was going to just be my gratitude day and my gifting day. And then I was going to leave that alone. So
it's fine to have a bonus day. Don't worry about the dates. Remember, even if you have X amount of people that register and then you do something on day 22 and it lands on a holiday or it lands on some day that's not convenient for people, you still have that list of people that you can send things to, you can message to, you can market to. So like be in completion energy and just get it done. Commit to doing it to the best of your ability, whether there's 5 people, 500 or 5,000 people there. And then you can go back to these people. But I would definitely recommend number 1. And my caveat to that is use number 1 as your framework. That's what I'm telling the public, right? For 21 days, we're bringing 21 speakers, yada, 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 right? But for you personally, you know that, okay, I'm going to separate these 21 days into 5 specific topics.
Okay.
That's going to be about health. It's going to be about this.
Perfect.
It's going to be about that, right?
Okay.
So that way you're not confusing people on registering, but then you're also not confused on, okay, like, how am I going to break this up? So when I'm kicking off the summit, as Jonathan, you're at the ABC Summit. Over the next 21 days, we're going to cover multiples of topics. I've identified over the last 21 years, 5 specific topics that are going to help you increase in your X, Y, blah, blah, blah. So I've taken these 21 experts and I've broken them down into these 5 things. And over the course of 21 days, we're going to dive deep. Do you get how I'm doing that?
Yes.
So once they're there, they're good to go. Then you have your specific topics. You're grounded in, okay, John, Jane, and Sally match up with this one. Bob and Joe match up with this one. And then you can make sure that you're speaking to those 5 things when you're talking to people.
Yeah, and I love that I'm launching this year, and it's my 21st year in practice. So it's also going to be it's all gratitude this summit. Okay.
Yeah, so all of the like details, all of the extra thises and all that stuff, like it doesn't need to be on the page. It's just adding more confusion.
Okay.
And you want to stay clear of that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You're welcome. Esteban.
Increasing my direct response, click-through rates on emails. And I'm assuming that format would be equal to social media engagement.
How are you posting a link currently? Are you posting yada yada yada, come to this event, do this thing, and then you have the link there, and that's it?
Click below to register.
Okay, click below to register. All right. What I like to do is a challenge, right? What I like to do is call that specific person out. So if I'm talking about something specifically and I'm saying, if that's you, then your next step is to click this link, right? I might go out there and let's say that I'm talking about marketing, right? And I want people to do something marketing wise. This post is for the best marketers in the world. In 2023, yada, 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 yada happened. If you're still listening to this, then you must be one of the best marketers in the world. So your next step is to click this link. It's a challenge, right? Because I feel like I'm a great marketer. If I don't click that link, I'm not a great marketer. So I'm encouraged now to click that specific link. You can look at your specific words like register or this or that. Like most people don't want to do, like, just think about it. If you do a post and the thing is click here to register, right? And I'm your ideal client and I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I can't wait to go into social media and I can't wait to register for events. Like that just doesn't happen, right? So but I am the person that if I saw a challenge like only the best marketers in the world will click this link, I'm clicking that link. Does that make sense? So it's just a different way to frame your link with like a call out. It's really like a challenge, like, right? You know, there's certain amount of people that want to be fit by the holidays, and then there's a certain amount of people that are actually committed. Only committed people click this link. I'm like, crap, I gotta click this link now, right? I can't not be talking. I can't be saying that I want to be in fit. I want to get fit for the holidays, and then I don't even click the link because only the committed people are going to click that link. Does that make sense?
100%.
Yeah. So use that in emails. Use that, use that in emails. Use that on social. You can use other things like I talked about on landing pages, like directional signs on links, on buttons, on pages. Like you can use emojis, arrows. You can do the same thing on social. Like tell them to click this link. Right? You might want to, not you might want to. You want to make sure that your links, especially on social, obviously on your pages, but on social, look at your posts. And you might have to post your link more than once. So as an example, right, we're doing an event right now for a company. And we did a post inside their group like, hey, it's the day, blah, 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 yada, 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 starts at this time. We can't wait to see you. This is this. Here's the link to join. Well, when I look at that post, all I see is today's the day. We can't wait to see you. And I have to click see more. And then I get to the link, right? So don't worry about like, oh, the link doesn't make sense right here. Like you might have to post it more than once to make sure that it's seen in that post without somebody clicking see more.
Got it. Awesome.
All right, Tanya.
Yes. I have a question around networking with sponsor for the summit. Is it a good idea to invite them as a speaker on the summit to like creating a deeper relationship with them?
So first off, amazing bird.
Thank you.
That's the first time that I've ever seen a bird on somebody's shoulder while doing this. So awesome. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
to answer your question, is it a good idea to invite sponsors onto the summit?
Yeah.
What's the intent of it? What is the sponsor going to do for the summit?
So the sponsor is a part of like how to create sustainability, like lifestyles, like in your clothes, in your products. So they're working with something that is supporting a better environment. And that message, I think.
Are they paying you to be there? Are they
No.
giving you something? So they're
No,
not a
they are
sponsor.
coming on and sending a solo email out.
They're a speaker.
Yeah.
Same thing as they're a speaker. Whether you call them a speaker, a sponsor, a friend, whatever the case may be, you're inviting them to come to your summit. They're going to give value on your summit. They're going to send to their list. Just they're a speaker in my eyes.
Oh, okay. Do you think it's
so,
a good idea to go that way to create a deeper relationship with them?
Definitely, because you're getting them in front of your audience, in front of the other speaker's audience. Yeah, but they're, in my eyes, based on what you're saying, they're a speaker. I treat them like a speaker. They're not doing anything extra. They're not doing something crazy. Like, they're a speaker. But yeah, so if it's with a company, you want to create a deeper relationship with them. Hey, John, Jane, Sally, Bob, whoever it is, we've been talking for the last few months. I just want to let you know that on X day, I'm bringing X amount of people onto the ADC event. And I want to invite you to be one of our guests. This is a great opportunity for you to not only get your message in front of my audience, but in front of 21, 15, 10, 5 other speakers who are going to be inviting all their people here. So yeah, I would do that.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me see who we got up. All right, if you have a question, make sure that your camera's on, and then I can answer it. If you have a question, or if you had a question, I answered your question, and you still have another question, that's fine to leave your hand up. But if I've answered your question, put your hand down so that way I know who I have and have not answered. All right, I do not know how to pronounce your name. Is it Chaya? Kaya?
Kaya.
Kaya, awesome. What are you cooking us?
I made some chicken stew last night for kids to have when they get home from school. So.
Perfect. What's your question?
Huh? So good.
Did we lose her? Did I lose her?
I think she's frozen.
And I've been off being on.
I'm sorry, we're losing you.
Can you hear me if I turn off the camera?
I
that
can
better?
hear you, but I need you to turn on your camera. So this is what I want you to do. I'm going to pop you off. Go post your question inside of the chat, and then I will answer it for you. Deal? Deal. Jenna, let's bring you back up.
So when I'm segmenting my email list, do I just like send out a survey of basically like which one of these 3 do you identify with? Like, is that what I'm trying to do, is figure out which ideal client each person is?
You are trying to do that. I would not recommend that you just send out like, I'm
Right, yeah.
looking for my ideal clients. Like, which one are you,
Sure.
right? So do it in a different way, right? So I gave the challenge I used the challenge example for link clicks inside of for Esteban. You could do the same thing, right? So let's say that you're sending out an email and it is for this specific audience that we're talking about, and you want to know who matches with this specific audience, as opposed to just sending them to a place and saying, you know, tell me which one of the 3 you are. You could do a simple email of, if you don't know, one of the things that I do is I plan honeymoons, and I just don't plan honeymoons. I go above and beyond and do an X, Y, and Z. And there's some people that are on my list that are planning a honeymoon. There's some people that have already had that honeymoon. I'm looking for the people that are planning a honeymoon. All you have to do is click this link and I'm going to give you X, right? And then people that click that link, you should tag them based on the click. You could do another thing of in the past, I've done an event, I've met people here, I've met people there, I've met people here. And I just want to make sure that I'm sending the right information to the right people. If that's you, then click this, right? So just call them out. Don't make it like anything confusing, but just stick to one thing at a time, right? Don't say,
Mhm.
one of the things I do is plan honeymoons. If that's you, click here. One of the things I do is plan this. If that's you, click here. It's just confusing. Nobody's going to do something, right? Melissa said, who
Right.
plans honeymoons? I need their
I
information.
knew.
That is Jenna. So,
So-
Melissa, Jenna, connect, power of the on-demand mastermind. Woo!
So you
Go-
mentioned
and-
to get something. So do I give them an incentive for basically clicking?
Would you do something just to do it? And I know my
Well,
answer
I
be
would
yes,
give them
right?
like
And
an excursion credit. So when they plan their vacation with me, then they
so
get.
I
the-
don't like leading from bonuses, discounts, credits, because then they see you as you're always going to give me a bonus, a discount, a credit. And so when you don't, then I'm like, I can go to, this other side and they're giving
Right.
me a credit, right? So I always like to use bonuses, credits, discounts, whatever you call them, as like something that's in my back pocket. I call it a toolbox, right? So I've got these things that I can lay out. But if I put all my cards on the table, then I have nothing to go back to. So when I'm trying to make a sale, when I'm going for that close, I've got nothing in my toolbox. So don't lead from the standpoint of offering, a credit right away or offering a discount or whatever. But you could do something different. John and Jane just came back from Hawaii, and here's something that they had to say. If you're the person that's looking to plan their next trip to Hawaii, then I'm your gal. All you have to do is click this link, and I want to share a video. Like I want to share a video of what they had to say about their trip. And the number one thing you must do when you go to Hawaii is going to be in this video. Then I know, okay, these people
Brilliant.
want to go to Hawaii and they want to know, like, what should I be doing? Okay,
Brilliant. Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, let's bring up. Okay, let me answer Kai's question. Just got back into online marketing after 2 years of not being active. My videos and reels are down. I'm an intuitive, clarity, and confidence coach. I'm an intuitive, clarity, and confidence coach for coaches, healers, and speakers. To me, that's not clear. So I would get more clear on what that is. For others, it might be. I am now promoting affiliate offers. Example, this month, I've been inviting people to TED Talks, to speakers training. Next month, I'm promoting my group coaching program, Spiritual and Unstoppable, along with podcasts. What I would recommend that you do, you need to go back and look at my training, How to X and Y Without Z. If you were there, you would know that I need to be clear, specific. What's the problem I solve? How many days am I going to solve it? What's the time frame that I'm going to solve it? And what's the pain point these people are going into? So I can say, I help coaches, healers, and speakers gain clarity and confidence in X amount of months, X day, by the holidays, whatever the case may be. So they never have to worry about where their next client's coming from, right? So that's what that would be like, just looking at what you're saying, what I would say. I really don't understand your question. You're doing affiliate offers, and then you're talking about training, and then you're promoting a group. So ask a specific question and I'll answer it. In the meantime, let's bring up May.
Hey, oh, a second. Unmute.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Okay, yay?
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, I have a few questions. Number one, I didn't get back. I didn't hear from you, so I don't know yet the platform. If you remember which platform for the Zoom, like how to get that. But whenever you get a chance, can you send that to me?
Did you message me?
We talked and you said you're gonna get back to me about it.
Oh, I thought you were going to message me and I was going to respond. No worries. There's miscommunication there. Good thing you're here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So I have a few questions. So let me know when you want to stop me. For the first question, one of my thing is I always came as an individual, meaning like I am the brand. And now, forming a business. I'm trying to think about, I have a company name. So do I start representing me as, is there a difference between representing through a brand, like a name of a company, compared to an individual? Like pros, cons, what do you recommend? Like hardcore one.
Let me ask you, what do you think is the right answer?
See, me as an individual, I don't know if I like that. And I don't know if I like the brand because I feel like it's not personal. So I'm in between, and I'm that's why I'm asking you.
My coaching to you is to pick one, stick to it, and it's not that big of a deal. The people that are going to come into your business and work with you are not going to come and work with you because your name is ABC or your name is X, Y, and Z. They're not going to come work with you because of you use the color green or use the color red. If those are the people that are not working with you because, I can't work with a company that uses that, like they were never going to work with you. So don't worry about it. Pick one, stick to it. That's my advice to you. If you can't pick one, go get a quarter, flip it. Heads is this, tails is that. Like there's no right or wrong answer. You just got to commit to one.
Okay. So from that perspective, websites, so when you develop your website, do you represent it as, do we say we, or do we say I?
You're still thinking of things that do not matter to most people. I'm telling you right now. So your website in general, first off, websites are dead. Okay. So you're not going to go out there and create this big old website and it's got X amount of pages and they can do all these things. Like that's not going to work for you. You're going to create landing pages, right? You're going to create a landing page that is for something specific, whether it's a download, an offer, or whatever. And then you're going to use a URL that has nothing to do with any other thing that you may be doing except that one thing, right? So if I'm talking about training and how you can train with me, I tell you to go to trainwithjonathan.com, right? If I'm talking about Zone Event, right? I can send people to the zoneevent.com, but if I'm sending it to a specific audience, I'm going to send them to a different URL that's a different page for them. So like your URLs and whatnot, like they should just be specific to that landing page, but don't worry about we, this, that. I mean, I just used the word we're like 10 times on this call and it's just me. And like, I didn't see anybody pop off because I used the wrong word. Like those things do not matter. You're getting caught up in the weeds and thinking of how do I make this perfect? And look, if you want, do a page that talks in one voice, do another page that talks in another voice, and just see, does one convert better than the other? I would doubt that that's going to be the case, but for your sanity and knowing that you chose the right thing, you can do that, and then you'll have your answer. But I can't give you that answer other than I don't see that as anything that's going to hold you back if you're talking to the right people, right? So if I'm talking to an audience that does not know me and I'm talking about, all these things that do not apply to them, they're not going to do anything. If I'm talking to the ideal people, I'm calling them out, they know who they are, they know they're on the right page, they're not going to look for the I or we. That's not going to make a difference to them.
Okay, I just want the website to have a lot of testimonials. That's why I did not know how to put the testimonials, because most of my testimonials as me. That's where
the testimonials or the social proof should be on any and every landing page that you do. Like you might have a couple of here that are specific to this offer or specific to this thing, or they have specific keywords that you want because it applies to that page. And this other page might have different testimonials, different things. So as an example, like let's go here, let's show you. So if I go to, let me clear some things.
a lot of my video, because I know a lot video converts
perfect
more.
That's fine, but I'm saying like you might have testimonials, but having a big old page of all these testimonials is not really going to help. So let's say I go to trainwithjonathan.com and I pull up one of my courses, right? Storytelling that sells, which is phenomenal. Fundamentals of effective storytelling. You could buy it, you could this, here's what it is. I have 2 testimonials on there. One from Egypt Sharad, who was a client of mine, is the host of the HGTV show. And she says, accountability and integrity are important for me with anybody I work with. In my experience, Jonathan is a man of his word and will get you results. He was helpful with my questions, highly responsive, definitely a superpower in the digital marketing world. Coach Burt said, Jonathan is truly a freak of nature, and I mean that in the most respectful way. He gets your product seen by the right people at the right time. Why did I put these 2 testimonials on here? Because the only traffic that I send to this page is cold traffic. I need them to edify me. I need these people to see like, okay, I can work with Jonathan. He's going to deliver. He's helpful. He gets me seen by the right people at the right time. Now, if I go to a different page and I say, okay, let's go to this thing, right? This page has all of these bonuses, all these things, what makes it different, blah, blah, blah. Who's it for? Now, these success stories are different. I need people who have actually gone through that have something that can say something about why people should do this. Now, are these as big of names as the last people? No, but these are the ones that are applicable to this page. So like, you don't want to just have a testimonial page where you have like 500 testimonials with everybody and anything, and it's not applicable, because then you start confusing people. Okay, he could do this, he could do that. He was great at this. He helped me with this Facebook thing. He did this. Like it just confuses people.
I love that. You just created clarity. So thank you. Because like, okay, so instead of having a web, because that was the biggest problem. I had so many testimonials to different things. So that makes really a lot of sense.
If you have people that want to see testimonials, and people do want to see testimonials, I'd rather them see the testimonials on a place where they can take action, as opposed to a place where now I have to take them to another page for them to learn about that thing. Like I want them on the page that they're going to be able to do something with me. If not, then I have to now take them to another page and do another thing, do another thing, and do another thing. And it's just not going to work. So like, I have a home page, right? I never send people to this home page. This home page, you can watch a video, you can learn all about it, you can do all these things, you can see all of the stuff, but you would be confused. Now I have some testimonials here. Brad says, social media versus training is not your typical online course. Jonathan will guide you step by step instead of just throwing some videos at you and telling you to figure it out. But if I sent somebody here, now what do they have to do? They have to click this button. Then they have to figure out, okay, do I want the bundle? Do I want the full program? Do I want the course? Okay, now I want this course. Okay, I want this course. Okay, now, okay, it's going to be $39 for this course. And then most people will never do that, will never go through that many clicks.
So can I ask, okay, this is me, and that's why I want to know if it's just me. I have no patience to read the freaking website, like everybody's websites, like not even a landing page. It's too long. I just don't have the patience. Do really people like, do you scroll that much? Do you need that much?
No, they don't. That's why you don't send them to those pages. So like, if I have, so like as an example, right? So you're not an analytical person. You don't scroll. But for the person that says, I need more information, I need this, blah, 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 I send them to a page that gives them every single thing in the world that they can ask, that will show me this, how it works, what's like, there's certain people that are going to need all of these things. I would never send people to this page unless they needed a lot more information, because people do not scroll. Most people do not read all of that. I send them to a place that's short and simple. And I would say 95% of any traffic, whether it's paid, social, email, whatever the case may be, I send them here, right? I send them to a free resource, right? Go to this free resource and look at the page. Download the 15-minute social media audit. If you're like this, download. That's all that's there. It shows them this and it gives them testimonials, and that's it, right? I know for sure if this person does that, they're part of the audience that will eventually work with me. If not, they're part of the audience that probably won't work with me. But I don't have to put pages and pages of copy and stuff together, because they're not going to read it.
Okay. And you recommend one call to action for one page, correct? And one email, one call.
100 One call to action, yes.
With one page, anything, just one call to action.
100%.
Okay. Okay. And so
You can, and then, but remember, you might send them to a page and there's a one call to action, and they do that. You can send them to the next page, which is an upsell. I call that speed and automation upsell. It's one of the 7 things that I'm going to go over in my funnel building workshop. If you're coming to Zone, the speed and automation upsell. If you have people that buy something from you, you can ask them, do you want to do it faster? Do you want to get there quicker? Most people that I work with do this over the course of 6 months, but if you work with me one-on-one, I can get you there in 90 days. If you're the type of person that's committed, that wants to take action, and you don't want to just leave yourself up to your own devices, then you're the type of person that needs to work with me one-on-one. All you have to do is click this button and I'll call you within 15 minutes. They're like, oh crap. So those are different. That's one page, one offer, and then I can excel those people. One page, one offer, they don't do it, I get them back onto the page. I always keep people in the step that they're in, and I cannot confuse them by, go buy my thing and do, 15 different courses, and they don't even know that I have free courses, free resources, free stuff. So I got to get them in where they're at.
okay, I love it. Can you be my chat GPT, please?
Say that again.
Would you be my chat GPT?
I wish I could. To answer your question, let's go back to it to make sure I answer it. You want to do something that's split screen, share your screen, not be a little bubble in the corner, and have like your shared screen and yourself like in half, correct?
Correct. Content with.
So that's exactly what I don't know why I didn't think about it until right now, but that's exactly what we're doing. If you go to social media, you see that we're split screen right now. I can have you as my camera, as my other screen, and I can split it, and you could do that. We're using
screen share. If you do a screen share, you became small all of a sudden.
So if I do, yes, but if I do a screen share and then I go to, instead of doing my entire screen, I could do a page. If I do a specific page, then I can put it on the other thing. I want to share my screen and show you, but I'm going to show you it right here. So when you do it on Zoom through Restream, you're going to see these options. I just post them in the chat. You click the second one and you can do portion of your screen, and then you could just show that portion with yourself still. So then that way you're not doing the first one. The first one is the one that's automatic. Slides is a virtual background, so it covers the entire thing. Well, if I just want to show me and a portion of my screen, then I could do that. So Restream does that. StreamYard does that. Just go. To help you and to remind myself of what I did, all I did is Google exactly what I wanted. How do I split screen a live video and not have my image show in the bottom right-hand corner? And there was like 7 different articles that showed me how to do it.
Okay. So, but
all right.
But you're using, what are you using right now? StreamYard?
This is StreamYard. Yes.
Oh, StreamYard.
StreamYard. Correct.
Okay.
StreamYard. So right now we're live on Facebook. We're live in our coaching group. We're live in our free group. We're live in our list building group. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. So that's how we do it. And now, if you sign up for Restream, you can't just click a button and it does all these things. You're going to need to Google how to use Zoom if you're doing like how we're doing it. So you can use Restream and just go directly to those platforms, and there's no Zoom. If you're using Zoom, just Google how to connect Zoom to live stream to social media platforms via Restream. And all it's going to show you to do is you go into Restream, you click what platforms you want. I want Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. And then it's going to give you a little URL. Then you take that little URL and you go into Zoom. And when you click start live streaming, you put, it says start live custom service. Megan, write what it says, please, in the chat. It says like start live custom streaming URL. You just click that and add the URL and click it. And then it will let you go live on Zoom and let you go live through all those social platforms.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I believe it's Talita.
Hi there. Yes, Talita. Yeah.
Talita,
Yes. So I quickly just wanted to ask you about Freedom Funnels. So am I correct in saying a Freedom Funnel for hardcore would be list power?
the Freedom Funnel for Hardcore is list power. The number one profitable thing that we do for Hardcore is list power. That is correct.
Okay. So would you still need to put out a lead magnet before you can send people to your Freedom Funnel then?
Great question. So when it comes to lead magnets, I don't want you to get so caught up in they had to have downloaded something from me or they had to have gone to a page. A lead magnet is just finding the people that know who you are. So one of the things that we do for list power is we have, let's say we have ads that are running. Instead of me just running ads to people like, come build your buyers list, come do this, come do that. We do a very small budget, like 50 bucks a day, 25 bucks a day, and we target the same audiences and we just send them to Shanda's socials to engage with her. Then we take the people that are engaging with her on social media and then we put the ad in front of them. So for us, that's a form of a lead magnet. We've identified this large group of audience that we want to work with. Then we've segmented that into, out of that large group of audience, here are the people that actually have seen Shanda. They know who she is. Now we can take them to the next step. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So,
yeah. Thank you.
So you're welcome.
That's what I wanted to know.
Awesome. Sherry.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm having my summit. It's going to be ending a day before I go to a Girl Scout event where I'm hosting a table. Do you have any suggestions on how I can acquire their name, email address without just, I was thinking just handing them a flyer with my summit information, giving them an opportunity to sign up for it before I completely close it down. But do you have any other suggestions?
So you're doing, let me make sure I'm clear. You're doing a Girl Scout in-person event. You're doing a summit. The summit is ending the day before this Girl Scout event?
That's correct.
And so at the Girl Scout event, you're thinking of getting their information to send them to a summit that is now over?
Access to the recordings just like for a couple of days. I don't know. That's what I'm just, yeah.
What is the goal? If I'm at the Girl Scout event, there's 100 people there and 100 people give me their name, email, and phone number. What is the goal? What's the end goal with those people?
Yeah, no, the end goal was to get them on my email list and somehow serve them.
Okay, awesome. So your goal is not to necessarily get them to watch a summit and do all these things, it's to get them onto your email list. Once they're on your email list, what is your strategy? What is your intent? What is your plan for those people?
Yeah, that's, I guess maybe I don't really have a clear plan. It was just, oh, got this thing going on. Maybe I could try to find some way for them to see a couple videos.
How can you, so tell me about the people that are coming to this Girl Scout event. Who are they?
So I have a program helping parents who have children who are pursuing careers in STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
Okay, wait.
Yep.
So the people that are coming to this event are parents of other Girl Scouts
who are
right?
interested in STEM, yes.
Amazing. So sending them to a summit, doing all these like loops and things, like you don't need it, right? So what I would do is I would have something that's on my table on the left side and the right side with a QR code that says that's a challenge to these people. It's a challenge, right? So what I mean by that is like you want to force them, like you have to do this. But also if you're talking to people, you can just redirect them, scan this QR code. Okay, so now let's talk about what the verbiage is on that. So you have parents of Girl Scouts that are interested in STEM coming to an event. And what you do for parents is what again?
Just giving them strategies on how to help them in their career path.
Okay. So you can put together a simple, don't put like go crazy and put all this information on it. Just put parents or you could put parents who want to support their kids have a better career path in STEM, scan this. Right?
Got it.
Stuff like something along those lines, right? So if parents that are coming to an event, these parents have kids that are interested in this, you're looking for the people that are actually going to help their kid and didn't just show up to the Girl Scout event just to get some free cookies. Like, who are the people that are actually going to help their child develop? And that's a call out to them. The parents scan this if you're committed to helping your child advance their career in STEM, right? And then I would just, if I'm networking and I'm talking to people, how's it going? I don't go into the like all the chit chat of like, how's your day? How many booths have you talked to? Like blah blah blah. Just go into like a straight up question. Hi, my name's this. Is your child interested in STEM? Yes. Great. Are they looking for a career in STEM? Yes. Have you scanned this QR code yet? What's that? Well, people scan this. Parents scan this for their kids if they're truly committed to a career in STEM. And then don't say anything. Now let's talk about when they scan this, what they're going to put their name, their email, their phone number on it. What's something that we can give to these people that could help their children? What do you have?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't. I'm just starting out. I have nothing.
That's fine. What are if I'm a parent of a child that's interested in STEM and I'm coming to this event and I want to advance their career in STEM, what are 3 recommendations that you would give to that parent to help their kid?
Well, I guess it would depend. I don't know if it's maybe, see, then I'm end up referring them to a different website or a different kind of resource because I don't have anything.
Okay, so that's fine. You can leverage the other people's resources. So you can say the top 5 resources parents need to know to advance their children's career in STEM. Take those 5 resources. It's A, blog, B, social media site, C, this, put them on a document, put a headline on it. And when they scan their thing, you send them that email. You now have their email. They got something valuable from you. And then we can move on to the next step.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
So just go look up, like, watch, I'm gonna type this. Top resources for parents with kids interested in a career in STEM. A parent's guide for getting girls into STEM careers was the
Perfect.
first one.
Mhm.
Okay. The next one was the top 5 resources for STEM careers. The next one, top 25 STEM resources for parents. Parent resources for STEM. Like, just go take a couple of those, compile them on a document. I've done the work for you. I found them. All you got to do is scan the QR code. I'm going to send those to you and you're good to go.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Easy.
All right, let's do Diane. Somebody said, before you ask your question, Diane, before you ask your question, Tammy said, would you recommend giving them a Calendly link to set up a time with you? Yes, if you have something that you want to talk to them about, do this, do that. But I would do that after they downloaded something, right? So you downloaded something, then you would say your resource is on the way. If you're the type of person that wants to further the conversation, all you have to do is book a time on my calendar and we can get on the phone, right? So the next step, you don't want to confuse them with, here's the resources and you can book a link right now. Like, get them to do one thing at a time. Hi, is Jonathan the Cookie Monster? What's that mean? All right, go ahead.
Hi, Jonathan. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I have been planning
It's
this.
Animal Day here. We got birds. Now we got cats.
Cat was freaking out. That's why I had to go away from it. He got like a bag caught around his body and he was running away. So, and got him and I got it off.
We just got to make sure that we don't put you and Tanya in the same room with a cat on one shoulder and the bird on the other person's shoulder.
I know. So my question is, I have been planning to do a show starting November 15th. And actually it was November 1st. I had to move it out because I haven't had a chance, but I have so much
Whoa,
going
whoa,
on.
whoa, 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 whoa.
No. I know. So, can I still, is it realistic for me to start now and get a show? I was going to do a 21 day and I've done it before twice. So I'm familiar with the process. I'm familiar with getting speakers. I'm not scared of it. I just wonder, is there a better way? Should I just do a 1 day?
What has stopped you from committing to a specific date and getting the work done?
And I have I have other job commitments. So
okay. So is there anything that's going to stop you now to get it done? So you're asking me like, what's the best thing to do? Well, I could tell you the best thing to do, but if you come back to me and say, well, I have job commitments, I can't do that. Like, what can you commit to?
I can commit to 5-6 hours a week.
5-6. Okay, you can commit 5-6 hours a week.
Okay.
Can you commit to 5 days, 10 days, 21 days, 1,000 days of a summit? Like, what can you commit to?
Oh, now that I can commit to, I can do 21 days. Yeah.
Okay, so you could do 21 days.
Yeah.
You've done this in the past.
Yeah.
Right? How long is it taking you to, how long is it taking?
I've done 2 1-days in the past, but I haven't done it.
How long? Okay. How long is it taking you to plan the 2 1-days in the past?
Probably 8 weeks.
8 weeks. Why 8 weeks?
6 to 8 weeks, I guess. Yeah.
Why 6 to 8 weeks?
I think when I was taking the training, that was kind of our time frame, right? And 60 days.
That's your time. That is your time frame for average. If you want to be average and you want to wait, you can wait. I've seen people do it in 10 days, right?
Okay.
So I'm just trying to figure out like what your strengths are, your weaknesses are, and what time you have to do it, right? So you know how to do a 1 day. You're thinking about doing a 21 day. When you did a 1 day, what were the results?
My list build was really small, but that was probably my fault. I had 8 speakers 1 day, and I had the other day it was, I think, 10. So
you had a 2 day.
I had but 2 different 1 days. I had a 1 day.
2 different 1 days. Got it. Okay. Of the 8, when you did the 8 speaker 1 day, what was the list size?
I don't know. It's like very little. I don't know. Maybe 200.
How? So okay. Did the speakers mail for you?
They did, except no, actually, one of them dropped at the very last minute, and the other. So yeah, I mean.
Okay, so this is all I want you to do. You have the answers. I'm not going to tell you what the magic pill or sauce to this.
Okay.
This is all I want you to do. Take a sheet of paper out, 2 sheets of paper out, and you're going to write your 1 day that you had 8 speakers. The top 5 things that worked, the top 5 things that didn't work. Okay? And what your results were. The summit number 2, 10 speakers, top 5 things that worked, top 5 things that didn't work. Look at those things and say, okay, here are the things that didn't work. How do I get those to work this time? Okay, great. I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. Here are the things that work. I need to make sure that I do them again. Okay. You took 6 to 8 weeks to plan these.
Yeah.
So just think to yourself, did I do everything that I could in 6 to 8 weeks to get it to get it done? Or did I do something here, then I waited a week and I did it here, then I did it there? Like you have the answers, right? If you wanted to do this tomorrow, you could do it tomorrow. Like now you're going to think, well, I got to build the page. I got to do that. Okay. So you don't have the resources. You don't have the person that can help you right now. That's fine. So it's not tomorrow. Could you do it November 1st? 100%. But then you have to say, okay, can I commit to fixing this issue and redoing these things that work? So I want you to go and do that. Come back tomorrow. I'm going to be here tomorrow. For those that are here tomorrow, I'm going over the number 1 mistake people are making on social media that's only getting you seen by approximately 25% of your audience, and why the majority of people are actually not converting via social media, and how we are going to audit your pages to see what have I done, what's worked, and what do I need to do moving forward in order to take advantage and leverage social media to my ability. So come back tomorrow and tell me, here's what I did, here are my 2 things. I'm committed to this date. I'm doing this, and you got it. Like, you don't need the answer from me. And I know that's tough love, but you're
Yeah.
going to need that in order to get in order to get this done, because once we're done with the Zoom, like, I can't hold you accountable and like keep you in your commitment. You got to do that.
Yeah,
All
I
right?
guess I wanted somebody to say that it's not too late for me to get it done. And
It's not too late for you to get it done.
all right, that's all I need to know. Thank you. I'll be,
Awesome. You're welcome.
thank you.
You're welcome. Gail.
Hi, Jonathan. My very
Hello.
first time on. I've no question. I just want to say thank you for the breakthrough. I went all through your courses today and I've done everything. I've done my avatar. I've got my goals and vision set. I've got my summits worked out for 12 months. I've done the personal bits, like you said, as well as a job. Now I've got to do the morning one. And I watched your interview on the 260, the Project 260. So quite a while ago. They all should look at that because you are absolutely amazing. I didn't know anything about you until then. And then I've just been printing off your little sheets. Remember
Awesome.
So I'm going to be putting these up, but I just want to say thank you. I had a breakthrough last week with HCL, and now with you today, I feel on top of the world. So
Amazing.
So
Well,
thank you.
Are you coming to Zone?
Yes,
Find me at Zone. I'd love to meet you in person.
I will. All right. Thanks, Jonathan.
Awesome. I will see you next month. Take care.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. May, you have another question?
I do. Can I ask it?
Awesome. Of course.
Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how to be more strategic with, okay, so I have a Facebook page compared to it's the same thing as far as personal, like, pages, right? So I'm trying to build my Facebook page because I want to get like the following and all that, whatever, what's supposed to be for social media. Because I'm like, I come from zero social media to starting to
What's
figure
the
out.
question? What's the question?
How do I get people to like engage in my personal page?
I'll see you tomorrow for all things social media, and you will take my worksheet and you will fill it out, and you will see the reason that people aren't engaging is because I've been doing this. Now moving forward, I get to do this. Jonathan is going to show me exactly how to do that. I can answer it now, but it's going to be more powerful if you show up tomorrow. If you don't show up tomorrow, you watch the recording and you do the work, and you'll have your answer.
Okay. That's, yeah, that would be
My biggest piece of advice, if you're just looking for engagement, is ask people to engage. The biggest problem with asking people to engage and getting engagement is you ask them for engagement, you ask them to do something, and then you expected them to buy something from you. That's not going to happen, right? So if I ask them to engage, then I can put something in front of the people that engaged and ask those people because you've engaged, right? So I saw that you watched my ABC video for 2 minutes and 42 seconds, right? Because I targeted everybody who watched this video for 2 minutes and 42 seconds to an ad.
Wow.
So you must be the type of person that is looking for this. If I'm speaking to the right person, great, keep watching. If not, click out of this video. It's a waste of your time. Now, if you're watching this video, then you must be the type of person that is looking for X, Y, and Z. Am I saying things correctly? Yes, no, great. All you have to do is do this. But let me tell you right now, only the top marketers in the world click this link. That's not you. Don't click this link. Right? So yeah. I'm going to show you like a lot of people ask me questions like that. How do I get people to engage? Then they get engagement and then they're like, nobody's buying anything from me. Well, you were focused on engagement, not buying, right? Yeah. So how do we leverage the two? So then that way you have like an actual, okay, this type of falls into this category. I got to make sure that I have a certain amount in this category, certain amount of this category, and I have 4 categories, right? Okay. And they all help each other, but where you focus on is where your results come from. So make sure that you're here tomorrow, okay?
Okay, and the only thing is, you're in psychology, you understand humans. Can you help me understand one perspective? So I'm trying to figure out what is in the way when people register for an event and then they get an email for the event and they don't click on the link to watch the event. What's the break? What's happening?
You didn't call them out. You didn't hold them in their commitment. I would send them an email that says, hey, it's Jonathan, you're getting this email because you registered for the ABC event. Now there's two types of people in the world. There's people that that go to a page, register for an event and do nothing. And there's people that register for an event, get an email just like this one and actually do the training. You're either committed or you're not committed. And if you're committed, all you have to do is click this link and that tells me that you're committed. You're going to actually hold yourself accountable to get the results that you said you wanted, or you're going to pop off this email and you're going to go on with your day. And you're going to wake up tomorrow morning regretting the fact that you haven't moved further than where you were. So now it's the time to take action. You either pop off of this email or you click the link and you stay committed to what you said you wanted.
How do I find out the information if they, you know what I mean? Like, how do I figure out?
That's just all you tell them. That's all you tell them. The first email that they're getting about this, like you're just calling them out, like, right? I've done X amount of events in the past and I've had X amount of people that have registered for an event. And when I go to look at the people that have watched, that have actually gone through the event, unfortunately, the number is 20%, 30%, 35%. The 35% of the people are the ones that actually get the results and the things that they said that they wanted. The 70%, 65%, whatever the case is, are the types of people that still live their day, going day by day, wondering where are the results, where's the sign? This is your sign. Add this to your calendar. It's going to be on this day at this time. Don't be the type of person that clicks out of this email and doesn't get it added to their calendar, because I can tell you right now, the day's going to get busy, the week's going to get long, and you're going to forget about this. So do it right now.
Okay.
You're not talking to people like that. You're sending them a video. I based off of what you're saying, you're sending them an email that says, hey, congrats, blah, 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 blah. Over the next 21 days, we're going to do yada, 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 yada. Day one is now live. Click the link to watch.
Exactly. That's ChatGPT. Yeah.
Well, ChatGPT doesn't have all the brains that you need. And I'm telling you right now, sure, it can put together some email. That doesn't mean that the email is going to get the results, right?
Yeah.
So
that's
go watch this recording and listen to what I just said and do those emails. And you're going to have to do more than one email. Okay. Don't just send one email and assume people are going to watch it. Like we're doing an event right now. At 7 o'clock, we send a pocket coaching. At 8 o'clock, we let them know that in 15 minutes, the room is going to open. At 8:15, we said the room is not open. At 8:30, we're now live. And 15 minutes after, at 8:45, are you on this? There's people that this email is going to. And if you're on the call, then hopefully you're not opening up your emails. But if you're not on the call, then this one's for you. All you have to do is click this link and I'll see you in the training room. We're going to help you build this. And if that's that's what you want, then this is your next step.
I love it. It's growing. Okay, perfect. I appreciate it.
Soma says, who do I hire to help with these email funnels? If you're coming to Zone Event, I'm giving you all of my email campaigns, my gain emails, my logic emails, my fear emails, my ascension emails, my did you miss this emails. Like I'm giving you all those. Who's coming to Zone Event? Write Zone in the chat again. Does everybody who is not, like, come on, people. Like, this is your sign. If you're not coming to Zone, click the link, claim a seat, grab the link, go share it with a friend. If we sell 20 Zone tickets today, whether you're on here and you don't have a seat, you count. If you're on here, you have a seat, and you send it to people, those people will count. I will send each and every one of you, I will send you that first series of emails today, but I need to see 20 people cross the line. So you guys you're here to help me. Esteban, Candace, Beth, Tammy, Mari, Lorena, Sylvia, Soma. If you're coming to Zone, great. Go share the link with somebody. Let's get to 20. If you're not coming to Zone, be one of the 20, and I'll send you the first set of emails today. Deal? Deal. John, you're next. And I'm drinking a protein shake that Esteban has me drinking so I could be in the fittest shape possible when I hit that Zone stage.
How you doing,
Esteban.
John?
Hello.
Quick question.
on a summit, if you have one speaker that stands out among the rest, do you start off with them or do you end with them?
How do you know if they stand out among the rest if you haven't started the summit?
My experience with them.
Okay. Your experience with them might be different and a different experience for somebody else. I say that because there's really no right or wrong answer. There would be a right answer if I did an event and let's say I built Damon John's funnels, which I did, right? And I can go up there and say, you can go to this website, blah, 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 and you can learn all about Damon John. He's on Shark Tank, he's this, blah, blah, blah. I'm the one that actually did his stuff. He's going to be joining us for this summit on day 1. And then day 2, 3, 4, and 5, not to say anything about these people, but I have John, Jane, and Sally and the next door neighbor. Well, most people are going to drop off after they watch Damon's interview. So you can use those bigger name people or those more profound people to give you boost. But if they're not like at a class that is so recognizable, where their name is like, I know who that is, then it really doesn't matter. I would encourage you to just break it up into different themes, like I was saying earlier. So let's say you have, how many speakers are you going to have?
Right now, I've only got 3, but I'm hoping for more. My summit's
Okay.
planned.
How many will you have?
I'm going for between 5 and 10.
You will have 10 speakers on what day?
December 14th.
December.
I'm gonna
You better have 10 speakers by December 14th. You got this, John. So you're going to have 10 speakers. Just look at those 10 speakers, right? So what I would do is I would look, okay, of the 10 speakers, you know, if your tracking is set up correctly, then you should know, okay, John had 500 people come in. Sally had 20 people come in. Yada, yada had 1 person come in. This person didn't mail, whatever the case is. Then I would make sure that the people that got a lot of people to come to this, I would front load those people. Why? Because those are the people that are actually showing, right? That's from this person's audience. Like, I got to make sure that I deliver because Sally didn't even send to the list. I can't put her there. Nobody is going to know about her. They didn't come from her list. So just look at your numbers. But my most simple answer to you is there is no right, wrong, rhyme, or reason to it. But as you go through the summit, however, as you go through it and you're like, man, that Jonathan guy was absolute fire. The chats were off the chain. Like, people were blowing up. They were in love with him. They did this, they did that, they did this. That's gonna be an interview that I want to make sure people see. So I'm gonna make sure that I send maybe more than 1 or 2 emails. I'm gonna send 3, 4 emails to make sure they get on that, because then that's gonna fire them up again to come back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, the title for my summit is Customer Acquisition for Businesses.
Okay. So I answered your question on the speakers, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions?
Nope, that was it.
Okay, go to those 3 people that are already confirmed and ask them, who do you know? Okay, who do you know? And go find 3 more today. You can find 3 more today. And I would encourage you, December 14th is a while away. You don't need that much time to get this thing put together.
It's my first one, so I wanted to make sure I had enough time.
You have enough time. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'd rather you do one next week. Not saying that you could do it next week, but I'd rather you do it sooner. Learn from your mistakes, learn what worked, what didn't work, and plan the next one, and then knock it out of the park, as opposed to prepping and putting all this time, work, and energy, and then getting disappointed because, oh, I didn't know this was going to happen. Oh, I ran into these tech issues. Oh, I got to look for this in the future. I'd rather you learn some of those mistakes now. So then that way, you know, January is your next one, and you knock it out of the park with the new year, a new title, new subject, new speakers, and you know, all right, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to go wrong. This is what I can already prepare for.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Sharon.
Hey, Jonathan, thank you so much. I did my XYZ statements and I wanted to test them out with you. I actually messaged you through Messenger. You might not have seen it yet, but I did.
Okay, sorry. I get so many messages. I can't keep up.
Well, what is it? Uncle Grant said, just assume they didn't see it.
Exactly.
So I've been working on these statements, doing it over and over again. This one kind of just was inspired, so I want to try it. It's a little long, and then I got a couple others and another question.
Okay, first off, if you're going to ask me something, don't tell me that it's long. Don't tell me that there's this. Like, be confident, be proud. This is who I am. This is who I work for. This is my results that they're going to get. Then I can give you my feedback. But now you've already wired my brain of this is going to be long. So I'm not now bracing myself of, oh, she probably didn't follow the coaching. She didn't listen to what I said. She didn't keep it short and simple. She didn't keep it clear, right? So if that's coming across in the way that you talk to other people, like you want to look at that, okay? So the floor is now yours. Tell me what it is, and I'll give you my honest feedback.
Wonderful. Excuse me. I specialize in teaching job search skills that get people hired 5 times faster than the traditional job search process. If you're not sure what you want to be when you grow up, you want to start with my career exploration package where people discover and pursue.
Okay, stop. You didn't follow the coaching. Okay? Because now let me say something first, and then I'm going to help you out here, okay? So first off, I want to know, what is your how to X and Y without Z statement? What is that one single sentence? Do you have that?
Well, let me give you number 2 then. That was a little different. I teach job search. Let me start over. I teach job seekers to use their spiritual powers, skills to attract, not seek job opportunities they love and get hired 5 times faster without worrying about being screened out by HR recruiters or the applicant tracking system.
Okay, much better. We can get even more clear. So it's just going to be, the sentence is going to be, now your emails and your stuff are going to expand on this. But if I were at the mall and I just clicked the button to go down the elevator and we got 10 seconds to go down the elevator, and somebody asked me, what do you do? I would say, I help job seekers get hired 5 times faster without being denied by HR, or whatever the last part that you said. So that's your sentence, okay? That's your, this is who I am. This is who I work for. This is what I do. This is the results that they get, right? Now we can use that in other areas. But if your specific question is, okay, I watched the coaching on how to X and Y without Z, here are my options. I'm telling you that the options are too long, okay? So what I want you to do, we're gonna be here for 10 more minutes. I want you to go back and I just want you to write out how to X and Y without Z. And then you can put I help whoever in the front. I help people, I help teachers, I help kids, I help moms, I help dads, how to in without, okay? And add that. So X is the problem that you solve. I help people get hired. The problem is they're not hired, right? When can you do it? I could do it by a certain day. I could do it 2 times, 5 times faster. Great. What's the pain point that they have? I've been, you know, I'm getting denied by HR, right? Or I keep being told that I'm not qualified, right? So I get people hired 5 times faster, even if they don't have the qualifications, right? That's very clear. I know exactly what that is. Okay, so go take the next 9 minutes now, write it out, come back, and I'll call you back up, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. iPhone 2.
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
Hello.
So my name is
iPhone
Alma.
4, you're next. iPhone 4, you're next.
Okay. Other than iPhone 2, my name is Alma. And my question is, I'm starting from zero. I don't have an online business or platform, an email list. I have a service-based company. It's a painting business. I'm just trying to grow online. And how do I attract my customers? This is my question.
How do you attract your customers? So you service-based business, the majority of it that you do is painting.
Yes. And
So
they
you
say
could
that-
do, so, okay. So like I was in real estate, right? I was a real estate broker and I had a person that I worked with to help people paint their houses. What you could do is you could do like an online event, or yeah, an online event for real estate brokers, how to increase the value of your house or your sellers to get them sold 2 times faster. How are you going to do that? And then show them the difference between a house that had some repairs and needed work versus you guys came in, you painted, you patched, whatever the case may be, and you know what the results were for that, as an example, right? But what you want to do for your specific industry is you want to find, okay, who has my customer, right? So rather than you going out by one trying to figure out who's going to need their house painted, I would go, if I were you, I would go to the people who have my customers. Real estate brokers is a phenomenal one. These people are working with people. So I would identify, again, those are your client avatars, right? So if a real estate brokers are client avatar, then I have to identify, okay, what are the results? What are their values? What are their objections? What are their problems? One of their problems is they have listings that don't get sold. The result that they're looking for is to get their house sold. How do I do that? I help listings sell X amount of times faster than whatever, if there's no work done, right? I show a before picture. I show an after picture. That's an example that you can work with. What people have you worked with in the past?
So residential people, I mean homeowners. I work actually with real estate agents and property managers in the building.
How
I just
many?
want to do
How many?
more than 15.
More than 15?
I mean,
Okay. So I go. Where do you live?
Toronto.
Toronto. Go to Toronto. I'm gonna do it with you. I just Googled the top real estate brokers in Toronto. I have the Dave Alfasi, Ralph Cianco, Ganesh, I don't know the name, Lino, blah, 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 Jim Gallagher, Aramet. Go reach out to them. I'm reaching out to the top real estate brokers in Toronto because I know, one, you have listings, and two, you want to get them sold. If that's you, great, keep reading, right? I offer X, Y, and Z, but I don't just paint houses. I get houses sold by getting them done, right? If you're the type of person that wants to get your listing sold, like Lino, RC team, it says your home sold guarantee. Well, the only guarantee that I can tell you is that a home that's not freshly painted is going to sell for 4% less than the one that is fresh. Whatever those stats are, you can use. But go identify who are the top people, right? Sure, you can work with real estate agents, but if a real estate agent has one listing a year, it's not going to really help you.
Yeah, no, I know that. Actually, I use with top real estate agents. I just wanted to grow online and to attract and to.
That's
have,
how you're going to grow online. You're going to do an event online for a
Okay.
specific group, right? But
Okay.
if you do it for homeowners, I'm not, as somebody that lives in a house, I'm not waking up in the morning thinking I'm going to go into an event of why I need to paint my house, right? That's just not going to apply to me. Help me out in the chat, right? As a homeowner, would you go to an event on why you should paint the inside of your house? Yes or no? Most people are going to say no. So I'm telling you you could do like an online event. You can do an online summit. You could do an online summit on using the real estate brokers as an example, and do a, let's call it a 5-day summit, the 5 things to get more listings and to get them sold. And one of those things is going to be the services that you offer. Another thing is going to be, you could bring in somebody about marketing. Another thing is going to be, this person can help you out with this person can help you out with that, and then you are this. Hi, my name's Alma, and I get homes sold 2 times faster, and I'm not like your average person, right? Here's my before, here's my after. If you're the type of person that's watching this, I want to work with you. I want to pair up with you, and what I can offer to you is the same thing that I've offered to X, Y, and Z people in the past. And that's that if you hire me, I can guarantee that we're going to get your house painted in X days or less. So then that way you can not worry about whether it's going to get sold or not, right? So that's the type of marketing that needs to come across. But I would target an audience that has my clients, right? Because if not, you're going to have to go homeowner by homeowner by homeowner by homeowner, and it's just going to take more work. And I'd rather do things in bulk rather than one homeowner at a time.
That was my question actually, how to, or where, who to attract, to bring it online and to expand other than homeowners, because for homeowners, it's just one-time service. But this
Real estate brokers.
Perfect, thank you.
Real
Thank you
estate
so much.
brokers work with homeowners every single day. And the
I
top
know.
real estate brokers work with the majority of the homeowners in your neighborhood. So I would go to them.
Okay, great. Very, very helpful. I have another question regarding the zone event. So as I live in Toronto, I don't have a Canadian passport yet, and I applied for US visa to come at zone event. But I had to say that it's an emergency, and they don't take it as an emergency case. In case I don't have all my documents by the time that I need to be there, is this a virtual event that I can have access at least virtually if I don't make it to be there in person?
I would be lying to you if I told you yes or no. The specific answer, the answer that I know right now is we don't know. Okay. And I'm not saying that because I want you to come in person. I'm not saying that because of whatever the case may be. It is a toss up right now whether or not that is going to happen. But if it does, I'll make sure that you know about it. Deal?
Deal. Appreciate it very
Awesome.
much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
iPhone 4.
Hi, my name is Aida, and I just want to say thank you so much for your time. We have a summit coming up in December the 6th, and so we're starting to prepare. We're doing a 21 pre-recorded, and so we have been my niche, if you will, is called Airway Coach. We basically help patients restore their breathing while they're sleeping, and that includes snoring. That includes energizing, that includes all that, right? So we have been doing Instagram lives, but it seems like it's kind of slow on the Instagram and everything else. So I'm just curious to know if you have any, other type of advice that we can start applying towards that, other than just, we get like 5 people showing up to the Instagram. We don't have this restream, so I will use that. I heard that today. So I'll use that to help promote other social media.
So let me ask you, when you're going live, do you just pull out your iPhone or whatever phone you use, go to Instagram and click live and just start?
No, we have a little clip video that says join us on this day at this time on our Instagram page. We put it out a day or two before we go on, and we're trying to be.
How many people do you send that to?
It varies between 5 and 10, and it just drops in and out and drops in and out.
No. How many people do you send that message to?
Oh, so I have an email list of about 800 people. So we put it there, and then we promote it on the social platforms, on my, obviously, Instagram, on the.
Yeah, so you're sending an email to 800 people that tells them that you're going to go live and talk about something, and they're not showing up. Correct?
Yes.
Give me an example of an email that you have sent just off the top of your head that talked about your live. Like, what did you say to them?
Yeah, I basically said something like, we have a webinar coming up on how to, let's say, the topic of the day. We're going to be doing, how to help you through the snoring, how to reduce that through exercises. And join us today on this live at this time, at this day. And, we'll be there, join us. And so we send it out.
Okay, wait, let me stop you. That's the reason they're not showing up. Okay. Nobody wants to go to a webinar, and nobody wants to go watch live videos. They don't want to do it. Like, we do this every day. We know it works. First off, you got to make sure that you send the email, and then 3 times you're sending it prior to you going live. Your emails are never going to be, I'm going live at this day, come join us. Like, it's going to be like today. Everybody has a question that they don't know they have because they don't know how to ask it. come get your marketing question answered, right? Yes, I'm going live. Yes, it's going to be on these platforms. Yes, I'm going to do this, but I would never say that, right? So another one, listen, you can't let your mind get in the way of your destiny. Before leading, you must listen. Study and absorb this training today. Be brave. You've got this, right? Now, that training is my live training in this, but I have to lead from a what's in it for them, not what's in it for me. Not I'm going to go live, come join me. I'd love to see your face. I'm going to like, I just got to get straight to the point. Like, this is what this thing is about, right? And if you do that and you're not getting people to show up, then that tells me that the people on your list do not match the people that you're doing these lives for. So I would go back to the people on my list and I would survey them to figure out what is it that they want to hear. Like, all of the topics that we do are based off of the comments that we see. When I start seeing tons and tons of questions around marketing, I just tell Shanda, hey, I'm going to cover for you today, and I'm going to go and answer their marketing questions, right? Because why? I know people have marketing questions. If I didn't see any questions on marketing, I wouldn't be here today. So like the topics that we do are based off of what are our people saying. So what are your people saying? What are the themes? What are the topics they're talking about? That's what you got to focus on. It may not be the thing you think they want to hear, but it is the thing they actually want to hear. Okay. So you got to put your ego a little bit to the side and be like, oh, I had this great thing today. I want to train them all this, but that's really not going to help this group. So it's just really defining who they are. And if you have 5 people on the live, then just start there and ask the 5 people. Like, this is how you start building. There's only 5 people here, but don't worry, whether there's 500 or 5 million people, I'm going to over and over deliver. I just have a simple question. Since you're here watching my live, how did you get here? Did you see it on an email? Did it just pop up in an Instagram, whatever, and you saw me? Like, let me know. Jane, how'd you get here? Selma, how'd you get here? Yvette, how'd you get here? Then they post. Okay, then you know, okay, people aren't getting here from my emails. Or, okay, 5 people got here from my emails. They say I got here from email. What was it that stood out in the email? What made you want to, like, that's how you get surveys from people. And then you could get better. And then let's go for 10 people and let's go for 20 people. But like, try to figure out from your audience what is and is not working. And then that's going to help you craft your emails a little bit better. So you can speak in a way that, oh, they heard this. So I gotta talk a little bit like this. It might be different than what I tell you to do or what Shanda tells you to do or somebody else tells you to do, but it's what your audience is telling you to do. And you got to listen to them first.
Got it. So on that, back to the 800 group of list people, like today, say, for example, I have one today at 3:30. So should I just send something like, hey, we're going to talk about what appliances are good for reducing snoring or something like that? Not a webinar per se, but because I have to send it out like 3 times before, right? So,
so I would say something along the lines of snoring, keeping your spouse up at night and keeping them angry with you, right? If so at 3:30, make sure you click this link, and I'm going to show you how you can lead a much more peaceful relationship with your spouse. How am I going to do that? I'm going to help them prevent their snoring. How am I going to do that? I'm going to show them that these things are the things that are causing them to snore. But I don't lead from here are the things that are helping you with, or here are the things that are causing your problem. I lead from, hey, I have a problem and this is what it's causing. So I'm going to focus on that, right? So, and that's how I get them in. And then I leverage, okay, here are the things that I know that you can do in order to help you. So then that way you could, sleep next to your loved one at night and not be kicked off to the couch.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? You see how I did that differently?
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that's a good answer. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Of course. Sharon is going to be our last person today. I tend to run long, but I'm still here for you, Sharon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. I teach people to use their spiritual power to attract jobs they love 5 times faster without dealing with HR or the ATS system.
Okay.
That's one.
Wait. Oh, do you have another one?
Yeah.
Okay, great. First one is 95% better already.
Yay!
Okay, the next one.
I teach people to get job interviews in the same amount of time.
Okay, let me stop you there. Let me stop you there. You never want to lead from I teach. Okay, people don't want to learn things, they want to accomplish things, right? So I help people get jobs faster. Now, I teach people how to get jobs faster. That just sounds like work. I got to do all these things, and I'm going to learn this and I'm going to learn that. So let's tweak that word and then do it again, please.
Okay. I help people to get job interviews in the same amount of time it takes to complete an online application without having to wait for HR to call you back.
Woo-hoo! That's the one.
You like that one? All right.
Yes, that is the one. I help. Say it again.
I help people to get job interviews in the same amount of time.
Wait. I'm going to help you clear this word by word. I help people to get, I help people get job interviews. So I help people get job interviews.
I help people get job interviews in the same amount of time it takes to complete an online job application without
Wait. I would say I help people get, start again for me. Let's go slower, please. I help people get
job interviews in the same amount of time.
I would say in less time than it takes to fill out an online application.
In less time.
So okay, so that means how fast can you get them a job interview? Let's be transparent here. Because if you're gonna say this and you can't get me a job interview quick, then I'm coming back to you and say you don't work. So how fast can you get me a job interview?
Literally, if they go through the process, they could get a job interview in 2 to 5 hours.
What is the process?
The process is you do your homework and the research, and you contact them.
Whoa. What's the homework and the research?
So you have to know who to call. And you call the hiring, and I teach them how to do that. It's a process.
Okay, good.
But basically you call the hiring manager directly.
Okay, that's fine. You have a process. That's great. I just want to make sure you have a process. I don't want you to get all these people and you're like, crap, I don't know how to get them a job interview. Great, you're good to go. Let's say it again. I help people get
job interviews in less time than it takes to complete an online job application without having to wait for HR to call you back.
Everybody in the chat, give her feedback, please. Say it one more time.
I help people get job interviews in less time than it takes to complete an online job application without having to wait for HR to call you back.
Now stay quiet and let's look at what people say. Perfect, awesome, sounds too good to be true. I would leave out the last phrase.
What was that?
Clear,
Oh.
Just wait, clear, shorten the ending. What if you said, let us help you in the beginning? I say stick with I help you because this is for you. This is what you do, right? So if somebody says, what do you do? I help people get job interviews in less time than it takes to fill out an online application without having to worry if HR is going to call you back. Whew, really? How do you do that? I follow my simple method. It's a 5-step. On average, once you complete this method, I can see that you get a job interview in as short as 2 to 5 hours. Is that what you're looking for? Yes. Great. Here's the next step.
But there's a part that I want to put in there is I want to emphasize that I'm helping them use their spiritual power and mindset training inside of my program.
That's what you want to do. They don't know that is what's going to help them. So you have to focus on the problem they want. Once you know who those people are, then you show them that the way that I do this is by helping you tap into these aspects of yourself in order to make this come to fruition. If you lead from I do all these different things and you're going to lose people. So first identify who are the people that are looking to get a job interviews. Great. Now of those people here, these are the people that I am going to target in on because I specifically work with this aspect of people. So that's fine that you do that, but I would not recommend that you go out there and make this sentence any bigger and make this thing any more confusing by saying, I do this by this. No, all you do is I help people get job interviews faster than filling out a job application and you know, not whatever the thing is, not worrying whether HR is going to call you back. Are you interested? Do you want to learn more? Are you ready for the secrets? Are you ready for the answers? Whatever. They say yes, they do this, they do that. Great. The way that I do this, then you can go into that.
Okay, great. And don't end yet. I want to copy the chats and the screenshots. I want to capture those before you come.
The recording will be sent, and the recording has the entire thread of all the chats. So you'll be good to go. It doesn't have that?
No, it just has the verbal part of what you see on the screen. It doesn't include the chats.
Megan, make sure that
or the transcripts. The transcripts is what I want.
Okay, Megan, make sure today, after we end, you go back, we go into the settings, and we click that the chat, people can see the chat.
And it's really the transcripts, Jonathan, that make a difference because I actually
now you're asking for everything.
Yeah.
If there's a way to turn them on, we'll turn them on.
Great.
Deal?
Deal.
Right.
Just don't hang up yet. I gotta capture it though. I can't capture it right now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're not gonna hang up, but we are gonna take you off the screen. But don't worry, this is not a drop call. All right, that is gonna wrap it up for today. If you claimed your zone seat today, let me know in the chat, or if you sent it to a friend, family, spouse, coworker, whoever it is, let me know how many people you sent it to. I want to see who are the people that are actually coming to zone, that are actually ready, willing, and able to create the wealth in their neighborhoods, their families, their friends, their spouses, and not just do this alone. Okay? Pat said 5. Esteban said build the tribe. Who else? Anybody else outside of Pat that sent the zone link to somebody? Post it in the chat. If not, remember, you're responsible for rising the wealth in your neighborhood. Penny said I did. Jasmine, I'm bringing my daughters and family. Amazing. Let's create a movement around this. This is ending next week. We're closing this down. There's people that you know that need to be in this room that are not there to be your competition. They're there to support, hold you accountable, and get us there further. You have to develop the entrepreneurs, including yourself. You are responsible. My son is coming too. Lenny said, I sent it to multiple people. Jasmine said, thank you. If you could increase your cash flow and influence because you sent this to 5 more people today, would you send it? If the answer is yes, go send the link to 5 people. I post the link there. Megan posted the link. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is all about how do we identify the people that are on our social media and what are we doing that is causing them to either 1, work with us, or 2, never see us. I will see you tomorrow. You can unmute the lines. Selma said yes. Deborah said I sent it to 5. Amazing. You're awesome. I will see you all tomorrow, people. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan.